I cannot stand the women that talk shit about the decentering men space and they're like, yeah, but you talking about them is technically centering them. And it's like, y'all say this as if you're consciously making a choice in your life to not center them. I cannot tell you how many women are like, I want to have children. How am I going to have children without a baby? How am I going to have a family without a man? Who am I going to be able to sleep with if I no longer have a man in my life? What am I going to do if I end up lonely? What's going to happen if I die alone? Women that say that shit just simply want to deflect from the problem, and they literally don't want to have the harsh reality shown to them that you're centering men, and because you're centering men, your life is set back because you're choosing to center men. You have no sense of identity, okay? You have no self-esteem. You have nothing that you're interested in because you're male-centered. I do not believe any woman that says that talking about decentering men is still male-centered. I highly doubt that that woman is not male-centered, because it's honestly the same talking points that men have. Men tend to have this logic in their brain that the quicker they get to an answer, it means that they're smarter. So like that's the reason why they talk about how, you know, the body count theory, the body count logic. So, oh, if a woman has a high body count, her value is low. If a man has a high body count, his value is high. Okay, they never actually look at the discrepancies in between that logic, because, okay, if the male's body count is high and you want the woman's body count to be low, then the men would just be sleeping with each other at that point. That would be the logic in between that. If decentering men is still centering men, then how come y'all are still getting cheated on? How come y'all are still getting baby mamaed? How come y'all are still begging for a ring, even if it's a ring pop, even if it's a fucking cluster, even if it's a $25 ring from fucking Walmart? Like, the proof in everyday real life is not even showing that you all are even consciously making a choice to decenter men, which is why we have to talk about decentering men. Y'all do not know male nature, because if you know male nature, y'all would not be on here crying on the internet about how you got baby mamaed, okay? There are women on here literally going on dates saying that they picked a man up on the very first date, as if it would sound any better as if it was the 100th date. But there's literally women on here talking about how they had a first date, they picked up the guy on the first date, and then they talked about how horrible it was. We need to have decentering men spaces to talk about this stuff, because you all are not consciously making a decision to even not have them centered, because no woman that actually has men decentered would fucking pick a man up on a first date and then also get on here and cry about it. You all don't know enough about men to say that there should not be any mention, because guess what? When we weren't talking about this stuff, y'all were still getting played, getting cheated on, getting used, getting manipulated. Y'all don't know what the fuck you're doing to say that talking about men is still keeping them male-centered. You literally don't have the education on men. You do not have the depth. You literally are having your life experience as a woman thinking that a man is thinking the exact same way as you. And because of that, you're going to get fucked over every single time. Every single time. You might as well just face the music and listen to what the fuck we're saying and accept it and go on ahead and have a life where you're going to be much less stressed, okay? You're not going to have all this stress. You're going to be able to achieve more in life. You're going to have more things going for yourself, because you actually are going to have the knowledge that you need to not live a life where you're male-centered and you're constantly getting screwed over by people that only have the intention to use, extract, and discard you.